historic building. Headlight's still busted.
At some point in one of my spills, I must have bent the lever slightly.
We got to camp and I realized I also lost my sleeping pad. Fucking hell, dude. I'm all tangled up. Jacob's here, so I'm gonna go ahead and pop open the garage door. Well, we are going to be going over this trip in detail. Jacob's here. He's gonna kind of just walk me through some of the routes that he has planned. We're gonna modify them a little bit because Nick is on a 2-stroke. He does not have very good gas mileage. So originally Jacob had the trip planned out for like, I think it was like 40 to 50 miles a day. Nick's not able to be here tonight because he is glued in front of a computer screen editing. We are probably just gonna FaceTime him and make sure we're all on the same page. So Jacob has done quite a bit of camping and overlanding out of his Tacoma and different vehicles. This is going to be kind of a blend between like overlanding, truck camping, and lightweight backpacking. We will definitely find out exactly how this goes. I mean, we all have very different backgrounds and we all have very different bike setups. So it'll be interesting. I'm super excited and we're gonna get into it and see how it goes.
Yeah, this is the planned route for day one. And it is 40.3 miles if we do the whole thing.
Site Saturday secondary, all of these trails that look like a lot more technical. Is the light blue one the first one?
No, so the red one is when we leave the parking area. That's the long route. We're actually going to cut that a little bit short because if you run that whole thing and run that whole loop, it's 40 miles. But we'll run those abbreviated routes just so we're not having to worry about fuel concerns. Camp night 2. If that one's taken, which there's usually there's a pretty decent chance it will be because it's popular, we'll just go to the one just north of it. I told Christian, like, we're not in any hurry. We don't have waypoints we have to hit or anything like that. Like, we'll just cruise, have fun, make content. Are you wearing a ruck?
Yeah, basically. It's a Everly stock bag.
I'm just gonna fall over, so I mean, I'm gonna have to pick this bike up like 18 times. So,
as long as it breaks anything on themselves to the bike, will be all right.
Yeah.
All right, she's all packed up. It's not the easiest mounting solution on the planet, but it is really handy. And it's nice because I don't have to pull a trailer. It stays fairly low profile with the truck. It's honestly just a really nice setup. I've been using it for a while. It's not perfect, but it's pretty good. I'm impressed with it. Alright guys, so I'm on my way to go meet up with Nick and Jacob. I'm running a little bit late.
They put you in jail right away.
My biggest concern right now still is having a lot of weight. I'm not super used to having all that weight on the bike, so we'll see how it goes. I'm really excited. Can't wait.
I'm a little worried about my 35-pound backpack, but it's what happens whenever you get invited on a trip that you don't really want to miss out on, and you have 250 2-stroke that's more so set up for like enduro stuff. I don't typically do like extended trips and have the bike all packed down and all that stuff, so see how it goes. I'd go that way. What are you doing there?
I'm airing down Jacob's tire a little bit.
So this stops happening?
Yeah.
Maybe.
I think it'll help.
Okay.
You'll notice a difference. You're
It would help with rider skill. It would increase my rider skills.
Yes. Not by much, dude. Good morning. Everybody is up and we are breaking down tents. I slept okay. The sleeping pad did pretty well. And I have this little inflatable sleeping pillow. And then my sleeping bag, which I already packed up, kept me pretty warm, but kept hearing stuff. So we have the little camp glizzy for the critters if anything comes up at night while we're trying to sleep. And then can't forget the camp noodles. So yeah.
Just got some water, dude.
Nice and clean.
This could be the end of it all right here. Trusting Jacob and his filter.
How's it taste?
It tastes like water.
Really?
Doesn't taste lakey at all.
Ooh, that filter's a little dirty.
Yeah, it's the stuff that's in there that can get you.
Why'd you start it before putting it on there?
I don't know. So my little MSR pocket rocket stove thing I've got, you have to start it before you put your cup on it, so I think it's habit.
Oh.
It has an igniter on it, so I'm not sure why I used a lighter.
Leave it in the comments. Why use much word when few word do trick?
When few word work good.
Why use igniter when lighter work just well?
Makes me feel more like a man. Feel more like a man if I use a lighter.
It's bushcraft. Alright, so we're about to brew us some coffee. These are kind of interesting. A lot of people don't know about these, but these are little coffee filters that I like to bring camping. So they latch onto your cup. You fill them with your coffee, and then you just pour your hot water over it, and you have like a really nice pour over. And wait 5 minutes. While we're waiting for that, I'm gonna make some coffee. Coffee in here. gonna let that cool down just for a second. There she is, just need to pull the little filter out. Pretty tasty. Check how the Mountain House is doing. It's not as good as like the dinner meals.
Yeah.
But it's not bad.
Was having issues with my shifter late in the day yesterday. At some point in one of my spills, I must have bent the lever slightly.
No different than a truck. Having some tools on your bike can make a huge difference. So Jacob took us to this spot. It's an old historic building. It's a little bit of a hike to get down here, but it's pretty neat. As the day went on, not only did the trails start to become a little bit more complicated, we kept hitting a ton of mud holes, and this was very frustrating for me because I wasn't really expecting a ton of water on this trip. There was a lot of mud holes, and there was only so many ways you can get across them. You know, I'm not the most skilled rider out there. I have a lot to learn. And I'm also a little bit vertically challenged, so the off-camber moments can be extremely frustrating. It is just kind of part of off-roading, and it's part of mobility, and it just is what it is. There's going to be good times, there's going to be bad times. This was not the only challenge that the day had to offer.
You alright? How'd you end up reversed?
I looped it out, dude.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, it flipped over.
You're a little crooked, so. You good? We're cutting down our annual CRF 450L to put in the house and decorate for Christmas. As a family. Yaga, brother. Your only option is to unplug it and throw it in a backpack.
so we're here at camp. Just got set up in the second spot. Sun's starting to come down. It looks amazing. I guess a little recap from the day. Last night I lost my contact solution, and we got to camp and I realized I also lost my sleeping pad. I think I took a pretty nasty spill earlier in the day, and I actually looped the bike over, and I think I lost the sleeping pad there. I also lost one of my shoes. So I guess the lesson is learned. If you have one of these packs, it's probably not best to store too much stuff on top, and if you do, you need to strap it down somehow. The beaver tail just cinching down on it is not enough if you're doing any kind of aggressive off-roading on these bikes. We had a lot of mud holes again today. We tried to go around them. We couldn't go around all of them, but we did our best. And yeah, it was a good day. I'm a little bummed about the sleeping pad. I just went ahead and cleared out some of this area. I kicked out all the rocks that were there, and I took a bunch of leaves, so hopefully that kind of softens it up a little bit, but we shall see. Also, the other thing that happened today.
Yaga, brother.
We got a man down. One of the really muddy spots kind of lost traction. The back end kind of squirreled around, and it sent me right into a tree, and that is what happens when you smack the front headlight cowl into a tree. So not only is it cracked, but I mean the whole mounting mechanism for putting it on here, it's donezo. So Nick was kind enough to carry this in his backpack since I didn't have any room.
RIP.
RIP. So headlight still works. Shout out to Baja Designs. So all in all, not too bad. Lost some pretty important stuff, and broke my bike a little bit. But this view, this view makes up for pretty much all of it. Alright, it is the morning. Everyone is up and doing stuff. We pretty much have tents all packed up. Nick's checking on his tires.
They goot.
They good?
Rear was a couple PSI low, front's still holding though. Hoping it's just cold weather.
Yeah, probably is. Got the jet boil going. Gonna eat some eggs. Breakfast skillet. I still got some stuff I need to pack up. Pretty much have the tent broken down. It actually wasn't too bad. I stayed pretty cozy. Took a cup of hot water and put it in my Nalgene and stuck it in the sleeping bag for a little while, and it was very cozy. We got our rain flies drying up, and we're gonna do a little bit more riding today. We're gonna film a little bit more, and then we're gonna pack it up, and I'm sure everyone's ready to go home. Oh hey, I didn't get a chance to film a closer while we were out there, so I figured I would go ahead and just take a second and thank you guys for watching this video. I know a lot of you guys are probably wondering what exactly we packed out in each of our bike setups, and I promise that will be a follow-up video in the future. If you guys like this video, please go ahead and leave a comment, subscribe. The best way to support the channel is by hitting up the website, makeitmobileco.com. There's gonna be hoodies and ball caps on there and all kinds of merch. Guys, I really appreciate you guys watching this video. Until next time, make it mobile.